Mohamed Salah, Liverpool's talisman, Egypt's pride, and one of the most consistent performers in world football. But despite his incredible achievements over the years, there's a shocking truth that's quietly unfolding, something that most people haven't noticed. Honestly, when I started looking at Salah's 2024-25 stats, I realised we were looking at a talent, one who is achieving significant success in the world of football as a good player without any complete motivation. Salah isn't just still playing well, he's evolving, and while everyone continues to focus on his goals and assists, the real transformation in Salah's game is going under the radar. Has Salah already begun shifting into a new phase of his career that could redefine his legacy? Not just at Liverpool, but in the history of football. If you ask me, it's not just the statistics that are in front of everyone. The way Salah is playing at a consistently agile pace has really caught my attention. At 32, many wingers begin to decline. The explosive pace slows, the agility starts to fade, and the goals dry up. But Salah, he's rewriting that narrative. So far in the 2024-25 season, Salah has already notched 12 goals and 7 assists in just 19 league appearances. But what's more impressive is how he's doing it. Salah isn't relying solely on raw pace anymore. He's becoming more of a playmaker, a facilitator, and even a leader on the pitch. While players like Hazard or Alexis Sanchez saw steep drop-offs in their 30s, Salah has managed to maintain not only his physical conditioning, but also his technical efficiency. Under Jurgen Klopp, and even now with Arne Slot taking over the reins at Liverpool, Salah has adapted his role. He's drifting more centrally, linking play, and serving as the creative engine in the final third, rather than just a pure goal scorer. It reminds me of how players like Messi, Modric and Benzema transformed in their 30s, not by slowing down, but by getting smarter on the pitch, and by using their experience, intelligence and positioning more effectively. That's the evolution that most fans and pundits aren't talking about. Salah isn't just maintaining form, he's transitioning into a completely different type of player. In fact, his passing metrics this season are among the highest in his career. He's averaging 2.4 key passes per game, and his expected assists, XA, are higher than any other Liverpool player. He's no longer just the finisher, he's now the one orchestrating the attack. And while many expected Darwin Núñez or Luis Diaz to eventually take over the goal-scoring duties at Liverpool, Salah remains the focal point, not just because he scores, but because he's become the glue that holds the attack together. This deeper involvement in build-up play has allowed him to influence games even when he doesn't score, a trait that separates the greats from the legends. It may seem hard to believe, but Salah could be even more important to Liverpool now. The shocking truth? Salah might be more important to Liverpool now than he was in his 44-goal debut season. It sounds wild, but let's unpack why. In the 2017-18 season, Salah was a revelation. His speed, left-footed curlers, and devastating counterattacks stunned the Premier League. But he was still a fairly direct player. He thrived on the break and feasted on space. Fast forward to today, and teams no longer give Salah that freedom. Fullbacks double mark him, defensive blocks are deeper, and the transition space he once exploited has shrunk. So what did he do? He evolved. Salah now drops deeper, drifts centrally, and often takes defenders with him to create space for others. This movement is crucial to how Liverpool build their attacks. When he draws attention, it opens pockets for Gakpo or Diaz to cut inside, or for Alexander-Arnold to invert and pick a pass. Tactically, Salah has also matured. His understanding of timing and positioning is elite. He's no longer rushing into every attacking phase. He's picking his moments. When he does burst forward, it's calculated and lethal. This change is a sign of footballing intelligence, something that stats don't always show. Another overlooked aspect of Salah's game? His durability. Since joining Liverpool, Salah has missed remarkably few matches due to injury. For a player who faces constant physical challenges from defenders, his availability is one of his greatest strengths. As a fan, that's something I really appreciate. Salah is not only skilled, he's also reliable, and that kind of reliability is rare in football today. It's no exaggeration to say that Liverpool's entire attacking philosophy has been built around Salah's consistency and his ability to perform week in, week out. Then there's leadership. Salah is now a veteran in the squad, guiding younger players, mentoring talents like Harvey Elliott, and taking on the captain's armband for Egypt. His influence goes beyond the pitch. He's become a symbol of professionalism, dedication, and resilience. That influence, though subtle, is part of why Liverpool are still competitive despite the changing era post-Klopp. Click here for Ryan Gravenberch's explosive performance in Liverpool. Let's also talk about legacy. In Premier League history, Salah already ranks among the top scorers of all time. He's broken records that stood for decades. Most goals in a 38-game Premier League season, fastest to 100 Premier League goals for Liverpool, and the most left-footed goals in league history. Yet somehow, he remains underrated in broader discussions about the best forwards of the modern era. Why is that? Perhaps it's because Salah doesn't fit the traditional superstar image. He's quiet, humble, rarely in the media spotlight, and prefers to let his football speak. He doesn't have the charisma of Cristiano Ronaldo or the flair of Neymar, but what he does have is consistency, something that is far more valuable in the long run. For me, Salah's legacy will be defined by one word: endurance. And it's not just that he's kept up his game, it's the way he stays committed and puts in the hard work every single season. In a world obsessed with flashy moments and viral highlights, Salah is a master of sustained excellence, and that's what people are failing to appreciate. His numbers have been steady for 7 straight seasons. Since 2017, he's averaged over 25 goals per season in all competitions. That kind of output is almost unheard of, especially from a wide forward. And yet, he still doesn't receive the Ballon d'Or recognition many believe he deserves. Is it because he plays for Egypt, a nation that doesn't feature regularly in the World Cup knockout rounds? Or because he's been loyal to Liverpool rather than jumping to Real Madrid or PSG? Whatever the reason, the football world might only truly recognise Salah's greatness once he retires. Much like players such as Frank Ribery or David Silva, whose brilliance was often overshadowed during their careers, Salah might only get his flowers in hindsight. There's also the question of what's next. With his contract expiring in 2025 and persistent rumours of Saudi Arabian clubs circling with record-breaking offers, will Salah take one final payday, or will he continue competing at the highest level? I'm really hoping Salah gets to play at least one more Champions League campaign for Liverpool. It would be such a great way to say goodbye. What do you guys think? His performances show that he's still more than capable of dominating in the Premier League or Champions League for years to come. But perhaps the most shocking truth of all is this: Mohamed Salah has quietly redefined what it means to be a modern winger. He's not just an attacker, he's a playmaker, a leader, and an engine for one of the biggest clubs in the world. And while the media might be focused on emerging stars like Kylian Mbappe or Erling Haaland, Salah is still here, still performing and still evolving. So the next time you watch Liverpool, don't just count Salah's goals. Watch how he moves, how he links play, how he lifts the entire team, because that's the real story, and it's one that most people are still missing. In short, Salah's thinking on the pitch is very broad, and it is these qualities that set him apart from other players. If you like the video, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And it's not just that he's kept up his game, it's the way he stays committed and puts in the hard work every single season.